I would like to give the floor to the permanent representative of Sri Lanka. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. President, for giving me the floor, Excellencies and fellow delegates. I hope I can walk away with a tinge of optimism on the slow but steady progress in recovery of the global system. Permit me to refer to some key policy recommendations. We believe that fostering stronger international cooperation and multi-stakeholder partnerships involving governments, private sector, civil society, and academia is a must. We believe that empowering local communities by involving them in the decision-making process is a sine qua non. Mr. President, promoting digital transformation by investing in digital infrastructure, ensuring universal access to the internet, and enhancing digital literacy across all demographics, we believe is also a must. Establishing and supporting innovative hubs and research centers focused on solving critical global issues such as climate change, healthcare, and food security through technology is perhaps absolutely important. Mr. President, developing policies that ensure economic growth which benefits all segments of society, including the marginalized and vulnerable groups, you will agree is perhaps something we should work towards. Implementing policies that enhance climate resilience and adaptation, particularly for vulnerable communities. Strengthen efforts to conserve biodiversity and protect natural ecosystems, ensuring that development projects are environmentally sustainable, perhaps is something that cannot be argued with. We also see that we need to develop comprehensive strategies for conflict prevention and resolution, strengthen the protection of human rights globally, promote policies that ensure universal access to healthcare services, focusing on preventive care, enhance global preparedness for pandemics and health emergencies, reform educational systems to include skills needed for the future, promote lifelong learning opportunities, ensuring that individuals can continuously upgrade their skills. We also need to strengthen institutions and governance structures to be more transparent, accountable, and inclusive. Explore innovative financing mechanisms such as green bonds and social impact investments. Advocate for debt relief and restructuring for developing countries, enabling them to invest more in sustainable development initiatives. And of course, finally, to invest in data collection and analysis to monitor progress. Mr. President, adopting these policies will help create sustainable, inclusive, and resilient future building on the foundation laid by the SDGs and addressing new challenges and opportunities in an increasingly interconnected world.
I thank the Permanent Representative of Sri Lanka for his statement.